Hey y'all, Diddy's life behind bars. Diddy's life may be in danger. Um, First of all, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, share, and also comment because we're having a conversation here. And I don't have no promo, but I definitely want to shout out my jeweler, KD Custom Jewelry. Um, y'all go get your jewelry from KD Customs Jewelry, which is in Dallas. You can go to Big T Plaza or Spot in Arlington, Gym Cities in Dallas, and the Spot in Arlington, KD Custom Jewelry. Now, with that being said, I want to hop back in and holler at you guys, man. Diddy's life can possibly and may possibly be in danger, man. He is being held at, if you haven't heard of it, it's called the MDC Brooklyn. The same place they took R. Kelly, same place they took a few other spots. And the reason I even want to have this conversation is because this is a far cry from what Diddy is personally used to. We are talking about a billionaire who has multiple homes in LA, Miami, New York, who again, a billionaire who could eat whatever he wants, go wherever he wants. He has his own private jet. R. Kelly didn't have a private jet. R. Kelly couldn't eat what he wanted. He actually was running out of money, so he was he was living in his studio in Chicago, and he had other homes that he had to sell. But at his time of fall, at his fall from grace, um, he of course wasn't doing as well. So the reason I even want to talk about the living situation of Diddy is because again, today Diddy was denied bail. I think he offered up again $50 million, maybe even went up to $100 million. I don't know, but he offered to live on his island. Well, actually, I'm sorry. He put up his house. He put up his $48 million house. And if you didn't know, Diddy back in August, knowing he was going to jail, Diddy back in August paid $18 million to finalize his mortgage, which I didn't even know he was paying a mortgage. I thought he bought the house outright, but whatever. So he spent $18 million to finalize his mortgage so he could own the house, so he could put up for collateral. So Diddy knew he was gonna get indicted. He knew he was going to jail way back in April. He of course all that everything else, all the apologies back in June. He knew he was already in trouble. He already knew it. So with that being said, he owns his home, so he put that house up. He also put up his mother's house in Miami up for as collateral for his bail. So 50 million definitely he put up. I don't know if he offered 100 million, but he definitely offered 50 million. And he stated that he was not going to see any women except for no women except for the people that work there. He was going to see no women. He was going to stay on his island. They're going to do a log book of who comes and who goes and monitors them. They're going to turn that into the government every day. And the government still said that is not enough. You are not only a flight risk, but uh, you might intimidate the witnesses. So with that being said, they are locking Diddy up till trial. They may try to do some post. They may try to appeal the bond hearing again. They may try, but as of right now, Diddy is locked up and he is staying in the MDC Brooklyn Correctional Center, which there's general population and there's the special housing unit, which is considered the SHU. I know y'all probably heard of the SHU. It's called the special housing unit, the SHU, which is much different. It's separate from general population. So what I want to do with you guys was, man, I want to talk about some of the living conditions that he'll be in, so y'all know. And before I even start reading this, I want to say this: I am very big on innocent until proven guilty. I'm real big on someone having no criminal history, which I think Diddy has a criminal history. He's been in court before, but I'm more big on people having their fair day in trial, and I am okay with someone fighting for their life from home, house monitor, especially in the conditions he's saying. Like, I won't go anywhere. I'll stay indoors. The only people that'll be there is my maids and my butlers and the caregivers and the caretakers and the lawn. Everybody here is a whole compound. But I am definitely like, if he's innocent and proven guilty, I'm all for. That's a lot of money to put up. I mean, $50 million is a lot of money to say, hey, let's fight this, and let me stay here while we fight this. But because Diddy did call some people 54 times, he did. They say he called 260 different people. I do think Diddy, he might intimidate witness. He even watching Making the Band and everything he's been doing in the music industry, he seems like a guy who would intimidate anybody, like just by, like he wants to get his way. So because of the nature of the man, I think he should stay in jail. But if he was a different man, based on what he's offering, I think the judge should have been lenient to let him go home. I was listening to Academics today, and he was very surprised that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, Brother Love, whatever you want to call him, is sitting behind bars until trial. It is, honestly, it's crazy. So with that being said, I just want to kind of go over some things that if you never heard of the Shoe or MDC Brooklyn, which is in New York, and New York is already small, rat infested, tight. It's not a place you want to be. I'm sure he'd rather be in Texas, maybe Louisiana, California, and some type of prison there, Norfolk, somewhere else besides New York. New York is just very small, and it's going to be a cold winter, and his Christmas will be spent possibly in jail. New Year's Eve, he won't be running the city all New Year's Eve night. He will be in jail. He will be in a small situation. So, with that being said, let's read off some of the living conditions that he may be in. All right, so it says, let's see, let me go back to it. All right, it says, in the Shoe, lifestyle will be heavily regimented with just 1 hour of rec time per day, 3 showers per week. We're told the family and friends will be allowed to visit periodically. And his lawyers will have more access to work on his case. So his lawyers will probably be able to see him more often than his family and friends. But, yeah. And I don't know, Diddy, I would have got a female lawyer. I ain't gonna lie. I would have got a female, Latina, black, Caucasian, whatever. I would have got a female lawyer. So, just in case, attorney-client privileges, if you know what I mean. But with that being said, a day in the life of Diddy, it does look like he'll be waking up at 6 a.m. as a wake-up call. So they're coming in there to wake your ass up, boy. They gonna love to treat Diddy like, oh my God, they're gonna, especially black COs. All right, y'all, back. I apologize. I had a little quick hiccup, but yeah, let's get right back to it. All right, so they say Diddy, a day in the life of Diddy, he'll wake up at 6 a.m. Again, like I said, COs are gonna come in, bang on his door, probably make him feel hella uncomfortable. They can't wait to say that, hey, I got Diddy on my block, on my cell block or whatever. And at 6 a.m., at which time he'll need to wake up, make up his bed, mop the floor, and generally keep his cell clean. So Diddy's going to be subject to making up his bed, mopping the floor, which I didn't know they even did that in prison. That's news to me. Mopping the floor, and then, of course, keeping his cell overall clean, which is, man. They say he'll have 3 meals per day, adding up to 1,800 calories daily. So that means he only gets 1,800 calories. Mind you, a Pop-Tart, if you buy a Pop-Tart, the tool that comes in there, that might have 600 calories in it. A Subway sandwich, a regular Subway sandwich may have 800 to 1,000 calories. So the whole day he gets 1,800 calories. Man, Diddy's going to lose a lot of weight. He's going to lose a lot of weight by the time y'all see him for trial. Whenever trial starts, he's going to be much skinnier than what he was. I don't see how Young Thug got bigger, but Young Thug's in state, and he has a different thing, but Young Thug got, fatter. But anyway, with that being said, he'll have 1,800 calories per day, all of which will be prepared early and will wait in a warming box for them to be given to him since he's not in general population, meaning the lackluster prison food won't be particularly fresh when he receives it. Wow, so if you know anything about jail, normally there's pods where there's about 30, 40 inmates all in a certain pod. They'll have, it's not more like jail how it used to be where they'll have a lunch line and go in with a tray and get in line. They don't really do that anymore. They'll have the food already served, or they'll have it in a box, and they'll come push on the tray, and everyone just comes up and grabs their food. Go sit back down and eat. Some people will walk around and serve the food, but technically the food comes in, everyone goes grab their food, then they go sit back down and eat. They're saying that Diddy's going to get where they bring all that food. They're going to say make sure one is left for everyone in the Shoe, everyone that's in the special housing unit. So after all that food is prepped, the general population get it first as it's warm, and then after what's left over, they'll take it to where Diddy will be housed, and he'll get to have his shot at some food. Crazy. And what I want to say is it's crazy to go from being a billionaire, living your life. I know they say he's going to turn himself in, whatever. But to go from one day smoking a cig, doing your own thing, living your life, being a billionaire, could go wherever you want, to the very next day you're having to live in this small cell. It's crazy. It's almost like what I want you to do is go to work today or go and do whatever you're gonna do. Go walk the dog in the park, and then when you get home, go in your closet and turn on the light and just sit there. Stay in your bathroom and just sit there. Close the door to the bathroom. Do not let yourself out. Just sit there. You could probably do it 30 minutes cool, hour cool. Do it for 6 hours. Do it for 8 hours. Damn it, go ahead and sleep in there. Make you a pallet on the floor, sleep in there, and wake up and still be in there with your toilet and the pallet that you made on the floor, and you still can't walk out that door. Then you'll know exactly how that feels. So again, kids, stay out of jail. Don't do crime. It says Diddy has access to Commissary. Commissary is where you could, of course, use your money, which I'm sure have unlimited Commissary. He's a billionaire. But his family could put Commissary on his books, and it's where you could technically buy things while you're in jail. But Diddy has access to Commissary, where he can buy smaller goods like candy. Got to get your now laters, your Skittles, coffee, tea, and cheese. I don't know what cheese is. Well, I guess to add cheese to your food, I guess, to make it taste a little better. And also large items like sweatpants, sneakers, and a radio, which I didn't even know you get a radio. But sweatpants, you see that a lot. Sneakers, of course, not the sandals, you get the sneakers. And a radio, which I didn't know they give a radio out. Might as well give a TV then, or some video games. You can always get through prison with unlimited Netflix shows. You can catch up on all your movies. So shout out Netflix. But with that being said, if they got Wi-Fi. With that being said, that's not a lot. Sweatpants, sneakers, and a radio, cheese, candy. We're talking candy and coffee here. Yeah, so that's MDC Brooklyn. I don't want to go all the way through kind of what his life will be like, but again, remember, he will be in a shoe. It says that it will be harder for visitors to come see him because in the shoe, it does take a long time to get up to the shoe. So it takes a long time to get into the prison, go through the general population situation, but also get up. My bad, y'all. I'm just having all kind of problems. I don't know what's going on. All right, but let's bring this thing home. So basically, it'll take his family a long time to go see him or to come up to get up to the shoe and see him. So visitation for his family, he may not likely see him a lot. So anyway, all in all, it sounds like he's going to be living a pretty isolated life. That was reported by TMZ exactly saying how he'll be living. With that being said, again, I wish this really on no man. I wish jail on no man. But if you're a monster, and again, I think he has the right to be innocent until proven guilty. But with that being said, he has to fight it in jail. So I want y'all to leave y'all thoughts. Tell me what y'all think about Diddy's current living situation and, how everything's about to go for him. Give me your thoughts. Let's break it down. Let's speak on it together as we're going to be talking more about this Diddy case as time goes on. And, I want to be able to just kind of stay fluid with you guys. But be sure to do the thing, man. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell if I go live or if I'm doing a cash giveaway or anything like that. And make sure you hit that subscribe button to, just to show love and respect, man. And let me know, man. I subscribe. I follow back, man. Let's do it. All right.